Hey guys, so weird night. I woke up, went to sleep, woke up like 2 hours later and couldn't get back to sleep. So first thing I did was jump on the computer, and first thing I see was Girl Painting's review on Legion of the Damned Codex supplement. So she did a review. You should check it out because it's really funny to see her go off on something because I don't know, maybe it's the accent or whatever. But anyways, we're going to talk about the Legion of the Damned. Whoops. Ran out of battery here. Supplement. So let's talk a little about it because she went off on it, and honestly, I had the same expectations she did about the Legion of the Damned supplement. You know, when you're saying it's a codex, you're used to new rules, new everything, additional stuff to at least the gameplay of it. Stuff like Sentinels of Terra is one of my favorite supplements because I'm a huge fan of the third company of the Imperial Fist. And the way they did it was great, and the fluff was awesome. I couldn't put it down all night. I just had to read the whole thing. When it comes to this Legion Down, first of all, it was $17 USD. I'm not sure what it is in Europe. It's like 10 something. I don't know, whatever. So it's much cheaper. Well, in GW standards, it's much cheaper. There's something odd about this, right? So when I saw Girl Painting's review on it, or rant about it, I was like, oh, what the hell, that's it? So I was really curious. I totally forgot that this was coming out because I was all excited when I heard about it the first time. I went and just, grabbed it, downloaded it, just see, exactly what there is to it. First of all, let's go, okay, the fluff. Okay, I'm not going to show this stuff on screen. You guys already should realize that by now. Fluff, there's not much to the fluff. I haven't read the whole fluff stuff yet, but it looks okay. It's not as extensive as like the other ones that are out there. That's probably why it made so cheap. But then again, what can you do with fluff? When they start the whole thing, it says not much is known about the Legion of the Damned. So what are you going to write? Each chapter be, I don't know what they are, but this is what we surmise. I'll go through that later. I think what's more important is let's see how it will work in gameplay, right? It's very odd. Okay, first of all, when you go in there and you look through the detachments or attachments, whatever you guys want to call it. So the Force Aura goes like this. It requires 1 elite slot, and then you can have 3 additional elite slots. So you're looking at this like, what? Wait, alright, where's the other stuff? Where's the HQ and all that stuff? At first, when I was listening to Girl Painting's rant, I was like, oh, okay, that's just weird, that's just dumb, alright? But then, when we really think about it, for Legion Damned, it's always been like that, right? They're elites. There's no other things to it because, honestly, when you think of Legion Damned, they just come appear on the table or, in battle and then do their thing and then disappear. That's what's so mysterious about them, right? So they kept kind of with the fluff, which, I don't know, they could have just expanded more on it, honestly, since, they do data slates and screw up the fluff anyway, so why wouldn't they do it with this one? I don't know, who cares? First look, you're going, what? And if you watch Girl Painting's video, you're going to go, what? Why would I pay money for this? So let's look at this as the fun way of fielding these suckers and playing in a fun way. As a tournament level or whatever, I'll let the tournament people decide on that one. First of all, nothing's really changed. It's just like taking the entry out of the Space Marine book of the Legion of Damned and doing the same damn thing. That's it. That's it. The only new rules to this is, first of all, they have a ally table, which makes sense and doesn't make sense. Okay, they're battle brothers for all the Imperium type of armies. Okay, that's obviously a given. All right, cool. But then they're ally of convenience with the Eldar. And they're desperate allies with a couple other ones. I can't recognize half these symbols here. But they're desperate allies with the Tau and desperate allies with the Dark Eldar, it looks like. And then everyone else is come the apocalypse. Alright, I'm sorry, but if a bunch of Space Marines in black flaming appears on the battlefield and suddenly seems to fight on my side and I'm Tau, that's something I would shoot at, right? So I don't know how that even works, but whatever. I don't know what they are thinking. So basically, anyone can get Legion of Damned now on with any of the Space Marines. Like the sub codexes, like the Blood Angels or the Space Wolves or Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say Black Templars, but sorry, Black Templar player. Your codex got mixed in with the Space Marine codex. But you have that ability now. Okay, all right. Let me figure this out because this is. I'm trying to put this in words because this is a little different than than what you're really used to. Because their force org chart is just elite. They're elite slots. So I'm trying to put this in the right perspective here. First of all, the way you pick a warlord is you have to pick one of the Legion Damned Sergeants and they're your warlord if you use them as a primary detachment. Okay, and then you got the warlord traits: Infernal Vengeance, Aura of Fear. Okay, let's go. Infernal Vengeance, the unit, and the warlord has Soul Blaze rule. Okay, Aura of Fear. When taking fear tests with enemies in contact with the warlord unit, they get a -1 penalty to their leadership for each friendly Legion of Damned squad on the battlefield beyond the first. Eternal Bolts. This is kind of cool. The warlord and his unit has Armor Bane special rules. Bolt pistol, bolt guns, storm bolters for all, the bolters. So you could just turn them into tank hunters. That's kind of cool, that whole unit there. For Spectral Bulwark, the unit has the Funeral Pain 5-up special rule. Never too late, never too early. You can control when, which turn the warlord unit comes in. If they come in past turn 2, I'll explain that in a bit. You could decide to keep them in reserves until a certain amount of turns. I think it's turn 4 they have to come in automatically. And then number 6, Retribution Made Manifest. The warlord unit has the preferred enemy special rule. Okay, that's all right, depending on how you play, I guess. All the weapons are the same. The only difference is they have this banner, this relic. Okay, and this relic's kind of cool. I could see some weird shenanigans with this. The bearer of the artifact, and all the models in the unit has the Funeral Special Plane rule. Furthermore, when an enemy fails a fear, penning, or morale check within 16 inches of the bearer of the artifact, one randomly determined model in the unit is immediately removed as a casualty. Alright, so whatever unit failed the test, in that unit, that one model is taken away without armor saves or anything. Lookout Sir is available. And then when the model is removed in this manner, that unit gets that unit with the relic gets a +1 modifier to the Funeral Plane roll, up to 2 up. Alright, until the end of the player's turn. I'm seeing Legion Damned running around with snipers in the background, just shooting them, making them do pin tests and stuff every time they're 12 inches away from a Legion of the Damned unit that has this relic. Now here's the thing I'm not sure of, is that to get this relic, you can give this relic to the sergeant, one sergeant in the unit when you make a unit. I'm not quite sure. Does that mean one sergeant in the whole army or one sergeant per unit? Okay, that's something you guys have to... I'll let you rules lawyer argue over, because that's what it says here. Doing upgrades to the unit, one Legion of Damned sergeant gets the relic. Or you can upgrade the relic. It's like something odd point. I'm not saying it, but it's okay. It's between 20 and 40 points. I'll let you guys figure that part out. With that in mind, if you give that artifact to all the units, it's kind of expensive, but all the units are going to field in the Legion of the Damned, and then you just put a bunch of scouts in the background and just have them, pin everyone. It's going to be kind of funny to see, watch happen. Now, the rules allow you to take up to 2 detachments. All right, if you do that, then one of your detachments of the Legion of the Damned has to be the primary attachment. Okay. A primary attachment meaning 4 slots of the elite slots, so you're talking 40 Legions of Damned. And this is important to note that the primary detachment, if the Legion of Damned is a primary detachment, then they all become their troop choices. I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. It's not troop choices, but are scoring units. Okay, there you go. There is a difference in that. It says here, if you take a Legion of Damned detachment as your primary detachment, then all Legion of Damned squads in your primary detachments are scoring units, okay? So you're not running around with elites that can't score. That wouldn't make any sense, right? So you got 40 Legion of Damned on your primary detachment able to score, okay? So you could take objectives and all that, which kind of makes it kind of fun that way. So if you could take 2 detachments, one primary, one secondary, and then you could take a third, attachment of, say, Space Marines or what have you, then you could have them, back them up with, Storm Talons or whatever, however you want to run it. So you're talking about 40, 80 Legion of the Damned, and if you're playing like Space Marines, like from the Space Marine Codex, you could do another 3 slots of Legion of Damned as elites, you know, in your army. So you could kind of have a full army of Legion of Damned. It's just weird because there's no HQ or any oddity, any other new units than that for Legion of Damned. But that's fine. I mean, if you think about it in the fluff, it kind of works out that way, okay? Now, you're thinking, okay, if you take the primary Legion, and this was kind of a comment in one of Girl Painting's video, was that, oh, well, if they don't come in the first turn, then you lose the game. Well, in this case, they have a special rule in here, and let's take a look at it. They have this ability called Aid from Beyond, which allows all units from Legion of Damned detachments to arrive at from reserve at the start of the Legion of Damned player's 1 turn. They must enter by deep strike. So basically, you kind of have a Deathwing Assault type of thing happening with the Legion of Damned, which is, I think, kind of cool. I mean, that'd be fun to see. Now, I'm going to pause the video here for a bit because I didn't catch this while I was doing the video. Aid from Beyond is actually in the glossary, and it's not anywhere else in the supplement that I can see after I was, editing this. So I'm not quite sure where this is supposed to be. If they're gonna fact it, if they forgot to put this in, it's not under the entry, under the the abilities of the Legion of Damned. If that's the case, then it doesn't make any sense. If it is the case, then why is the Warlord trait number 5 even relevant to this case here? So it's one of those things where they probably have to fact it. Just to reiterate here, you can take up to 2 detachments of Legion of Damned. If you do 2, then one of them has to be your primary detachment. You are allowed to take an another attachment. This is weird how they worded it. I thought you were able to, but I guess you're not. But you could take an additional detachment from the Legion of Damned detachment, meaning, so you could have 2 Legion of Damned detachment, one of the primary, one of them the secondary, and then you have another attachment from another codex, say like Space Marines. So, I mean, if you think about it, it's not bad. You can make a whole army of mostly Legion of the Damned models. It's just not going to be very versatile. I mean, it's not going to be a variety of it. It's always just going to be units of Legion of the Damned. So, is it worth it? $16? I don't know. It depends. If you like Legion of Damned, if you're a fan of Legion of Damned, then yes, it'll be worth it, right? If you want to field a bunch of Legion of Damned units on the table, it will be, I guess, worth it. If Legion of Damned is secondary, you're like, whatever, I don't know if I'll ever use it, or they're cool, but I wouldn't play with them in tournaments, blah, 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 then no, it's not worth the $16 or $17. It's 16 plus pocket change, but whatever. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them there. But that's pretty much the gist of it. I hope I covered it all. I haven't read it, word for word from cover to bookend on this yet. But I'm planning to, in the next few days. But this is basically, I'm just hitting all the stuff that talks about gameplay in here. That's it, guys. Other than that, I will talk to you guys later. Remember, like if you like, sub if you haven't, share we can, and favorite to love me. I'll talk to you guys later.